Jake, I won't lie, I used the 30-day free Amazon trial to get the new Hearthstone thing and subbed you as an afterthought. Thanks. Good to know I'm in the forefront of your mind there. Still, like Tony Montana never says no to drugs, I never say no to cash. No, Big Hormuz, this is not what I want you to do. That is how you get trashed. Just no CB Denmark later. You may or may not notice that we are hemorrhaging our points due to Westernization here. So I have 212 1 month, and then we advance into the future, and we have 212. I can't really spend my points on anything. Also, the Danish devils wish to rise up. Why did I put my boats in the wrong place? Because I'm a fool. Where am I meant to find money from right now, though? I mean, the biggest corner I could cut is on this guy, but not sure I want to do that right now for various reasons. I guess I'll take these heavies and mothball them because they're super expensive. And I guess these guys I can just Voska. I don't really need them. I mean, I guess I could take these guys and say, please continue privateering over in wherever I've been privateering. Who do these guys even privateer? Nobody, because they're too cowardly and they just sit around like that. But I guess I have the range now to do the English Channel? I don't have the range for that until we have cores here. That's actually not a terrible idea. We'll have you guys hide out in Adventure Island until then. But I'm going to need you folks. Dealing with the Danish devils who will be over there. The Gutnish themselves will want to rise up. Yeah, Swedish. And then what to do with all you. I really don't want to lose this, but it'll be a while before Brandenburg are in a position to declare war on me, so I will just keep them mothballed in Gotland. We're going to go for thalassocracy first, Jake. That was a pain to work out, and I needed an unbelievably large number of light ships to deal with it. So that isn't happening anytime soon. I'm just about full of my naval force limit as it is. Venice might be an annoying nut to crack. What Venice? I think the Westernization mechanics were balanced with this pop-up is exactly large enough, they're going to click it just to get rid of the box, so they work as intended. Westernization, man, it's not enjoyable. But you'll never have to do it again. Right, the Hormozi reactionists once again want to rise up in Hormuz of all places. Naturally, because, yeah, it's under occupation. I could go and take it back, but I really don't care. I am winning this war. Won't even be too long before I can force them out with some peace. Yeah, let's get Havana done. The Dutch have already risen up, and they've proven that they are not much. I really need to turn my attention to Great Britain, though. Man, I really should have made the Danes get Lolland and then deal with them then. It would have given me a perfect casus belli. Not that I'm too far away from getting advanced casus belli. Is that Tech 22 or 23? I guess I could quickly check by finding someone who has Tech 22. Well, it's not there. We'll find that someone has Tech 23. Yeah, there we go. So I have to tech up 3 times. I can deal with that. I heard a revolt. Where's that revolt? Did I just not see that for some reason? Oh well, go and kill them. You have 1 maneuver, so you won't face any crossing penalties. It is a jungle, but you'll slaughter them anyway. And then there's Dominican. What a joke. Glad I kept that fort, though. Actually, I could sortie and kill them. I'm not going to, because monarch points are... yeesh. Don't like either of these options. But we'll take more expensive tech cost here for a moment. Because money. As expected, the Fiend rise up, but they're finished. And that allows me to get into position for the goodness. Of course they would never want to rise up on Adventure Island. They love being under my rule. Cheers, yes, Imperialism 23. In two minds about this fort, it costs a lot of money. But it does protect the area quite well. It protects it really well. Because I don't have any large ships around here. I probably should put some large ships over, but I do not. Increased free subjects. Not on my watch. I don't know where Banjar is. But we can all learn together here. Whoever wants to rise up in Banjar is going to get a caning of a lifetime. Although I should probably be looking to see what I can milk out of these guys. I don't really have much to make that worthwhile. It's the Olema that I need to be drinking the admin power out of. So I suppose I could seek their support, but I would want a bit more. If I could get a lovely Inquisitor out of them, to, well, so that he's cheaper. A lot cheaper than this Joker. And then I can start demanding huge amounts of admin power. That's better. All according to plan. Yeah, we're in a position to win here, but I see no reason to peace out anytime soon. We already have passive autonomy reduction, and all the lands that we truly care about are probably looking pretty good when it comes to autonomy. We can give that a quick check. Well, yeah, I mean, it's seen better days, but it's getting there. So are all these revolts. And so is my decent list of enemies. Vijayanagara, Ming, Korea, and Brandenburg. Boy, did I ever mention how much I enjoy Westernization? It's almost too much. And I would love to be going to war, but everybody's favorite... It's a merger of the best mechanics here. Naval warfare, Regency councils, and Westernization. I still want to fight Iceland, though. Also sitting on that colonist just doing a whole fat load of not much. Big Hormuz already has a lot of their bases covered. And whilst I could help them out, I would like something else around here. Ooh, of course, South Georgia. Might seem almost useless, but it might just give me a bit of, at the very least it gives me somewhere to stop off my ships when I eventually go and take the mighty Falklands. One of the new tiles being added in the random new world in 1.18 is an enormous Falklands, and I am pretty champing at the bit to play around with that. Your army is not in Gotland, Jake. What? I'm glad somebody noticed. Because I'm clearly not the one paying attention here. And I demolished the fort in Gotland, so... And to make it even worse, they're going to be Swedes. Swedes are the worst to fight, they just keep nagging. But we're finally turning a profit here. At least I know where Bali is. You're impressed. I know you're impressed. Right. You folks, I want you to be privateering right here. Do you think you can do that? Apparently not. Why? We already have cores around here. English Channel. That actually is kind of strange for me. Why can't you do it in the English Channel? Is it because we only have territorial cores here? I wouldn't think that's a reason, but it could be. At the very least, I have to do Adventure Island. So I'm going to state you right up. No, not all of it. Just Adventure Island right now. Thank you, please. Nice and cheap. And I don't know if this needs a moment to recalculate or not. If I can't do English Channel, then I'm going to be very confused as to why not. I have range on the North Sea. I want you to privateer. Sort by name. Well, damn. Send the boats into the trade node and you can probably do it, Jake. Yeah. Don't know why it's not liking it here, though. Oh well. Get over there. Ah, it's out of supply range. Okay. That's the problem then. It's a shorter supply range than I thought, and all the more reason that we need to get a better... Oh, well, there you go. Or not. They realize they can't, and they just go way back home. Regrettable. Who are my enemies then? Vijayanagara, Ming, and Great Britain. So unless GB have a fair stake in North Sea, which they still do, okay, good enough. Please privateer in the North Sea. You are privateering, not hunting pirates, right? So many people to ignore. Except with the guns. And as usual, the puny Swedes. They don't stand a chance against our relentlessly drilled units. Probably thinking drilled in different ways here. Tempting to dismiss you, but I might throw you over to Big Hormuz. Or I might just dismiss you. When even the Majapahit wish to rise up against you, though. You know things could be going better. I almost wish I had a unrest reducing policy to throw up right now. Oh, that's part of the problem. I have 0 stability. Ka-ching. Who else is glad there's not that massive negative to increasing stability? And there was gold. I saw that, and that means at long last, Big Hormuz will start sending me gold. On 3 development as well, that's pretty swell. Far fewer rebel factions to deal with. Well, almost halfway through Westernization. Still got 8 years to go on it. What do I even do with my nation now? And why do we trust one merchant with enough money to fuel a mid-sized country for a while? It's a shame Vijayanagara have no islands for me to want to stroll in and take. Otherwise I'd stroll in and I would take. But, oh well, this solves a bit of our money problem, doesn't it? Yeah, thank you kindly. I'd be a lot happier if you would stop attacking me. But if money is part of the offer you give me, well, not going to say no to that. Ka-ching. Keeps us in the black. Shame I don't have anything to reduce inflation, but you can't have it all. Jake, is it not time to build a delicious spy network in a country and get that lovely tech reduction cost? Building a spy network is a bit tedious, though. I could, but I'd have to keep going and sending them back when they inevitably get caught. And that's not all that fun now, is it? I would love to think about claims that I could throw. Oh, hold on, I know just the country that I need some claims on. Hello, my friends, the Dutch. Goodbye, my friends, army and navy tradition. It's actually the navy tradition that's going to sting me the most there. That blockade efficiency, that privateer efficiency, that morale. It's very nice, and I worked hard for it. And just like that, it's gone, because Westernization is just murdering all the high command. I guess Haiti should also go down. But fighting them means fighting GB. I mean, I'm not scared, I'm just a little scared. Unless I go the Mexican route, who are allied with them and only them, but holy crivens, have you ever seen such a big and historically bordered Mexico? Shit, who's Salzburg voting for? Not Ragusa. Voting for themselves. Sweet. So, Haiti. I mean, you I could just eat up in one gulp, so I'm in no particular hurry to be gunning you down. It's the GB that I need to take down, who is sadly allied with Brandenburg and Aragon. Portugal's not a concern. I mean, if I were to start gunning down Great Britain, I would have to protect myself from the Brandenburgian fleet, which is already back up to 20 heavies. So again, another knock on my shoulder that I need to construct additional heavies. Which means I need to save up money pretty bad. How do I even fight Great Britain though? I got no casus belli. And I'm still a good while away. Like getting those 3 techs against them, or getting the 3 techs I need for that casus belli. I guess I could still tech up at cost right now. I'm not super keen on doing that, but I've got to tech up at some point. Jake, insult the Brits for some PP. Now you're thinking. They appear to be quite upset. Alright, well the worst thing I could do is throw down some claims on Haiti. Give it a go. I can also fabricate or justify war on Malacca again, since they've decided to stop giving me that delicious trade power. Doesn't count for a lot, but more is more in Malacca here. And Ayuthya's gunning me down here as well. Let's convert these disgusting Dutch. Making Gotland into a state will cost us loads. It'll increase our income by not loads. Well, it's a bit of a no-brainer. I'm probably regretting having made the Adventure Island into a state. I don't even know what it is. Denmark has 16 development. It costs us 35 ducats. No, 0.35 ducats. Certainly doesn't make us that money, but probably would if I actually went to the effort of coding Fiend. I'm not doing that right now. Where in the world is Bang Kulu? Well, at least it's close by, right? So Westernization in its form has been around for years now. It was introduced during EU3, not on release, because on release EU3 you had to wait for the stars to align for you to get a lucky event and give you Westernization. But in a week it's going to be the way of the dodo. I guarantee you're not going to miss it. Who are these clowns? Well, I guess they did pop. That'll be the uprising that happened, and I wondered what was going on. I mean, they could just sit there for all I care. They're not going to do any harm, probably. Maybe I should send over an army just to crush them, but does it seem worth my time? Depends how good they are, I guess, because I'm going to be taking a -2 landing on it. Unless I have somebody that likes me enough to give military access, and I have more than one maneuver. I fulfill one of those criterion. Now I do too. I'll get on that when I can rub my brain cells together to remember it. I certainly won't miss Westernization. I love the new institutions, says Desingus. How does it feel to be so right? You know how to solve that problem, Jake. Just pump more development into Adventure Island. What, in all of its development glory? Yeah, 42? It's not too bad, actually. Ticks down quite quickly. Especially now that we know what peace is. And the only people wanting to rise up now are the Japanese. I'm sure they'll see the funny side soon enough. I'm actually wondering why they're so angry right now. Non-accepted culture, fine, although... Oh, of course it's not... there's no one Japanese culture anymore. It's down to that Western influences, but my legitimacy has seen better days. Oh yeah, Regency hurts as well. Yeah... What is Baracoa? Does this happen for lots of people where it just casts you up there? Must be because it's scrolling from one side of the earth to the other. I also don't really think I need these forts now that these guys have decided to already have their revolt against me. And yeah, I'm not going to cry about getting that extra autonomy in these lands that I don't care about whatsoever. And look at all the money they're not bringing me. It's a really common bug since 116 or so, Jake. Interesting. Goodbye, prestige. I knew you once. I still want more heavies, though, even if I don't really have the money to maintain them. Gotta remember that once I get Tech 22, it's all about the 2-deckers, and I kinda want to hold out for that because I'm close enough to being able to pop my way up there. That's why I'm holding off on making the fleets, because the 2-deckers are so much better. It's got like 20 extra hull. I stole a 2-decker, I admire it. Maybe. I'm sure you're there somewhere. There we go, 2-deckers, the Ghent and Heavy Ship 5. 155, 80, 45. And not such a bite out of my budget. When will Jake remember the Rebel in Hormuz original? About now, I'd say. Hop to it, lads. Oh man, I keep not paying my troops and paying my troops. Endless cycle, really. Ayutthaya. Oh, bollocks. Not this again. They didn't even have a good grace to annex all of it. Okay, well, with that done, I have other places to be colonizing now. Eric's Ford, on you go. How would you fancy a very, very long ship journey up there? They still hate me. I don't have heavies in position for them. Let's change at least one of those things. We saw before that 13 heavy ships are enough to keep these guys in check. Ayutthaya and Ming are keen for round 7, Jake. We fought so hard to get Ayutthaya off of our back, and now they're right there. I even, at the great expense to my nation, released Malacca, and all they did was disappoint me. They hated me, they colonized lands that they shouldn't have. Speaking of things I hate, come on, you worthless soldiers, hold the front line. Cannons don't belong on the front, they get murdered. Oh, jeez. My army is made of paper mache. Well, it'll be nice to get this 0 autonomy 20 development back. Goodbye, Dip. I was wondering how to spend you. Could you show the religious map mode of Europe, please? Asks Dzingus. There we go. Pretty nice lump of Protestant. Pretty not so nice lump of Orthodox making its way down. Sure would be nice if Russia would fight a lot of my enemies for me, but they're not doing that. Oh wait, that's an Ortho Sweden. Well, it happens. Shouldn't, but it does. Alright, good job. You took back the homelands. The ancestral homeland is ours again. Hello, corruption. I'm sure that production pays you off. Unbalanced research, surf exploitation. I mean, I really need to get the admin and diplotech up there, but if I hadn't kept my military up, I wouldn't have won any of those battles. Not that I think I won them anyway. And I think the emirs can go and do one. Well, they don't need to lose any influence. I'm looking forward to this whole Westernization malarkey being done and dusted. And the Japanese will stop rising up. I'll be able to have an actual amount of legitimacy. And that'll be happening soon enough. Give me 4 years on that. Get some actual monarch point generation. And then I can start thinking about how to deal with the British. I'll declare war on the British. How big are they to annex? I can chop off like 20% of this, so... Oh, that's a lot of wars. 484%. I'm sure you have more than the islands though, right? Anywhere? Anything? No? Okay. Well, yeah, you have South Africa. Fighting Britain is going to be a pain, though. Their ships are, ship for ship, going to punch a lot harder than ours. But, oh yeah, I also have to figure out how to defeat Britain on the main, well, on their island. Because although British troops... with Regency Council himself unable to fully grasp the intricacies of the matter in question. Matters of governmental organization have never been Regency Council's strong suit. What a good leader does to compensate. What are Bohemia and Brandy fighting over? What surprises me is the fact that Brandy is losing this. It must be the French backing. But Lorrainian Succession War. Lorraine is under the Union of Bohemia, and I guess Brandenburg contested that, being Bohemia's rival. But, like a fool, they only had Brabant join them in here. Oh, fudge. Well, good news and bad news. The bad news is you're back off to New Hormuz to fight more rebels. The good news is that there's no more additional bad news. Yet. Jake, administrative efficiency should cut down a war. Yes, but I'm a ways away from getting more of that. And it's 23 and 27, and we are so hurting on the tech front. We only have 100 years of comfort left. A lot can be done in 100 years, especially 100 late game years. But holy smokes. New Hormuz is not Hormuz. Whoa, okay, good point. I'm getting new and old mixed up here. That would have been kind of funny, in a tragic kind of way, and I've got a hideously outdated fort there. Well, I guess the good news is Ali Saleh and his men get a lovely tour of the oceans that we and I don't even get to enjoy the new fort rule. Not that it matters. No, I know what that means. You utter scum, Ayutthaya. How many heavies do you have? Okay, you've only got 9 heavies. You might well seek to sink my others, but... damn, you suck. No, he's probably just there because he sees the rebels. Let's be, this battle isn't going to go so hot, is it? They have more morale than I do. They have more numbers than I do. I need some good rolls here. And I'm getting them, but they're just not quite as good as I need them to be. Shock on my cannons is bad news for me. Well, I need to reinforce faster than he does. 289, 293, 4, yeah, we should be able to outdo him in that regard. And weren't you guys due to go up to a certain island? Go there before they rise up and destroy. Jake, colonize South Georgia, put a level 8 fort there, put a permanent garrison there, and you never have to worry about your capital getting sieged. You telling me to put my capital there as well? Oh, I forgot about the Dutch. But then, don't we all? Need to start thinking about what I want out of them though. I guess I'll take their moron. And then there's also Aida. Don't know how, when, or why I'd be fighting Haida, but that day will have to come. I'm getting good rolls, Jake says. He rolls 3 1s in a row. Please, my optimism. New Hormuz is not going to hold out here. This is worth spending 100 ducats on? Not sure. And since we decided to shoot our entire military high command in the face, we don't have much army tradition to be throwing at this guy. Oh, at least it looks like he got a, yeah, disease outbreak saving me. I'll give it 1 more month, then I'm charging in. Charging in. I think I'll hold on to that prestige until this battle is over. Alright, the battle's as good as over. Alright, 53, you guys breed like you've never bred before. Jolly good. At least my mercenaries died for their coin. And all my horses died as well. Not easy, but we're surviving. Our privateers gained almost a ducat. We raided a treasure fleet from British Brazil carrying over 100 ducats. So are you telling me I need a lot more privateers? Because if I had loads of privateers here, I might well make some money. But I don't think it's considered within supply ship distance, because I am coring none of this. Oh well. What's happening to Russia, Jake? Doesn't look so well in the south. They decided to pick a fight with all of the Indians. And it's going worse for them than it ever goes for me. Despite Russia having good tech superiority, I guess there are just a lot more Indians. Gotta always remember that we're playing on very hard here, so the AI is performing well above expectation. Can't wait till this is over. Did the Russians ever historically pick a fight with India? If they didn't, that's probably why they did so well. But I'd be confused if I saw Rawakantha myself. I'd be like, where am I? This country doesn't exist. I'm impressed with them. Seriously. Poor Brandenburg. I feel like that's not where Pomerania is meant to be. Also, South Georgia grew completely without me paying any attention to it, which is pretty nice. Don't think I want to pay the money for stating that, heavens no. But I do need to find a new home for this colonist who doesn't know what to do. There's nowhere pressing that I can think of that really needs to be taken, so we'll work on more of Greenland, and we'll be able to take it over fully. Done and done. Jake, they were stopped by Afghanistan like everyone else. Don't know what it is about Afghanistan, I just can't fight in the region. It kills me every time. Bloody hell, Amirs. 1,250 ducats. I like mercantilism, but I also like having fewer revolt-related things to deal with. I still think tea is getting dumped into the ocean. Protectionist politicians are now questioning whether such imports of luxury goods benefit Hormuz. Dump it. That's what we're good at. It's the admin power, though. I spent so long saving up my money, and I lost like 5 years of income there. Really rough. Just because I'm making very little of my actual income back. That fleet won't pay for itself. I put the gold into gold fleet. And there we go, we have now officially forgotten everything about how to fight and how to sail. No tradition, no siege ability, no extra privateering, blockading, morale. Ah, my poor nation. This is why I was thinking on not doing any Westernization. Now I need to start thinking about the British. Is there anywhere that I can spy on to fabricate a claim on and then use that to get a very easy load of war score on them? Because it would not be a fast war. I can't just dump all my soldiers in Britain and take the place over. And look at those forts! The best thing I could possibly do is very quickly take Ulster, take all of Ireland, you know, with those level 8 forts. And then, I don't even know. Maybe attract them into Ireland, and then spread out and take more of Great Britain. I'm still going to need to break the British spine. Now the Pope is murdering Bohemia and Ragusa. Please tell me Ragusa will survive, Jake. Ragusa is surviving. I mean, admittedly they're embracing Aristostrats by allying France right there. But when you're the Emperor, you can get away with a lot. Wow, they actually won... Memingren has fallen in a lot of people's eyes, it seems. Not like in Great Britain there as a potential Emperor. If Ragusa got wiped out, then they would be next up. Scotland fortified every province they had left. This is just... Well, at least they must be going near bankrupt paying for all those forts, right? That's a joke. Level 8 forts though. So I have to beat Britain on the high seas, take over Ireland, wait for them to stroll over to Ireland, and then cane them everywhere else. Also, the Indians could well come for me once more. Jake, look at the HRE map mode. Yeah, sure. Not too much left of it. They're being forced north by God himself. Ooh, I commend Austria for doing their camouflage tactic. It's like no one will notice. They'll think I'm Ulm. Whilst Ulm is doing a different kind of camouflage tactic. No one will attack me because they'll think I'm France. Oh, I'm France. Like France just desperately wanted to go there and find Einstein. Jake, can you tell Great Britain what you think of them? I mean, it's not outside of the realms of possibility. Yeah, it's outside the realms of possibilities. No can do. Really happy that the Eskimos got their unit added all the way. Because these guys used to just be replaced with generic models. Do these guys stop moving? Do they normally do that? Well, goodbye Prestige, didn't like you anyway. I've never seen camouflage tactics. This whole campaign has seen a lot of new and interesting tactics. The most interesting one of all of them is no doubt the barracks defense, which even I had not conceived. The AI showed me how that works. The barracks defense is one of the greatest diplomatic defenses one can do in wartime. I've never seen anything like it. Oh, thank God I've got legitimacy again. But I've probably kissed goodbye to my... Yep, goodbye piety. These places are going to take forever to convert again. I'm not abolishing slavery, heavens no, but I am taking missionary strength and taking that global unrest. Colonize Vestbian. We'll turn one of these into a city. Because I love paying more to core. Does Jake own the islands off the coast of Anatolia that starts with Genevan hands? No. No and no. Wait, do you mean these ones? I'm not sure. But no, I don't own anything in the Mediterranean yet. We'll be getting there. It's just slow going, sadly. I mean, we're out of Regency now, so I guess I could be doing whatever I bloody well want, but I want to finish off my Westernization before I start going in all guns blazing. Well, I miss Brazil already. Ming and Vijayanagara no longer hate each other, which could be a problem for me. Vijayanagara... I thought they looked a bit smaller than I remember them, but I guess not. Brandenburg are corrupting us, so we gotta spend even more money on rooting out corruption. It's a good thing I really enjoy wasting loads of money. Clearly, I've been paying like 20 ducats, maybe even more than necessary, for my army for a lot of time. Should be making back that money that we've lost to everything. Anatolia, yeah, close enough, Jake. Jake, next campaign you take every peninsula as Brittany. Where do you draw the line on peninsula? But no, I already know what I'm doing for my next campaign. I'm starting to wonder why I didn't fabricate claims on these. I had all the time in the world and diplomats to do it as well, but I just wasn't doing it. Did Ragusa always have this? Yeah, I guess I just wasn't looking for 140 years. Alright. The big doors will be open for us once we have Imperialism. When we have that, we can attack anyone, anywhere, so long as we have the range to actually annex their lands. And as it happens, we have the range to just about anywhere. In fact, is there any island that we cannot get to? I don't think such an island exists. So yeah, the only downside to that is that the war goal will be take capital, but we will really get cracking. We'll be able to erect a bigger and better fleet of heavies. And oh, I'll crush Denmark. I'm taking those islands. And Iceland. If there are islands to have, I'll be having them. And I can also start putting the pieces in place for my ultimate plan for this campaign. Because I might have said that my goal is to take all the islands. But that might not have been the complete truth. I might have something far more diabolical in mind. It's not impossible. Jake, I can understand all those peacetime mechanisms in EU4 can really keep you distracted from fabricating claims. Alright, we've done it. I'm now over the cap on Diplo power, so I have to spend it immediately or I waste it. Diplo tech costing me 346 power, and a little bit cheaper because we do have those spy networks. Lovely. Yes, please. And yes, 2-deckers at long last. I think that icon is... No, I think it's fine. And extra navy morale. Thank you, please, and very nearly advanced casus belli. So it's time to build up a heavy navy and go to town on everything. We also need to start getting our admin focus on the go because we need that admin efficiency. Hey, I can now accept some demands. Get out of my face, people. Okay, the now newly Western Empire of Hormuz. We're going to kick ass left, right, and center since we are moments away from Imperialism. And why don't we get straight to it? The next time we stream this, which will probably be tomorrow. I am going to be pulling my finger out and doing quite a lot of EU4 streaming this week because people have been saying that I've not been doing enough. And you are correct, I do want to play more of it. I've been pretty exhausted lately, working hard on Rights of Man, and I can't really put much on the moving anymore since I'm all settled here, nice and firmly. But yes, I will be back again tomorrow, hopefully a little longer, so if Lucky doesn't get in the way with his captivating 2 hours of hells. But yes, just for now, things are looking good. I'm sure we can make the target, but for now, farewell.